almost all the way down to the bottom of this candle. Okay. You guys see that? Okay. Okay. A little bit of Fat Freddy's drop. Okay. I put music on this time. Of course, I got my water. I got like a moderate size cup this time. Okay. So I've been thinking about this reading today quite a bit because its intention is to try and answer someone's question about helping masculines, helping their feminines feel, what did he say? How can we change or evolve so that you feel heard by the men that love and adore you? So I was thinking a lot about this today and thinking about what it means to feel heard. And I wanted to kind of simplify this question and clarify it a little bit for myself to ask my guides and the cards how the masculines can help the feminines feel loved. And heard. And I know that a lot of times feminines say, oh, we don't want a solution, we just want to feel heard. But I don't know if I'm in that boat. I feel like this wing's right in the way. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm gonna take one of these dragons off. We're only gonna do one dragon. That's crazy. I shuffled the deck once. Now we only have one dragon on the table. One. Okay. Whoever knows the numerology for one, please. I think it has to do with a lot of like independence. Okay, so a lot of times I do want a solution when I'm sharing stuff though. It's hard to admit it, but so for me, I feel really heard when there's a solution presented because it tells me that you are really listening and that you really care and want it to be cleared, you know? So that's the type of feminine that I am. I like actions. But I was thinking a lot about how this is going to have to do with people's communication style. And so this particular masculine that asked it, I think I'm going to be thinking of his situation in this reading because he's the one who asked it, but also this reading being a general reading for any masculine that comes across this video by chance, who might benefit from whatever messages come through. I have no idea what's going to come through right now. Also today I was outside trying to gather some information for this reading actually, and I thought, you know, I think I want to clip a couple flowers for my table. Ooh, this is crazy. Look at this card that just flew out. I know it's really torn up. So the reason this card is so torn up is that I've had it for many years and my son got a hold of it when he was a baby and chewed on it. So yeah, but this card, listen, just came out, and the Ascended Master is Manjushri. So when it comes to Ascended Masters, I don't see them as like my God. I don't see them as idols that I worship. I don't worship Ascended Masters. I just wanted to make that clear because yeah, I don't want you guys to think that I worship Ascended Masters, and I hope that you guys don't feel like that's where I'm coming from. I admire their teachings and their stories, and I take what resonates and I leave the rest. So if this reading ever feels like it's not resonating, or if you have a belief system that would clash with mine, then that's great to know for you. So that you can find a reader whose belief system works with you, because it's just like this reading. It's the same thing. There are going to be different ways for everyone to receive love and communication and to feel heard and to feel heard by God, you know. And when it comes to our, you know, our love relationships, a lot of times we sort of act as God for each other, you know, nurturing each other. Okay, so I'm going to turn this music down a little bit and try to get into this a little bit more. Okay. Another thing I have is some labradorite here, which is about, like, it's got an energy for your throat chakra, and it's a water element. I believe your throat chakra is water. I could be wrong though. I know there's experts out there who can help me with this. I love any kind of like corrections. That would be fun. Help me grow. That's one reason I'm putting myself out there. So this listen card, we're going to keep that, because that totally is what he asked about. He asked how I can feel heard. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the book on this card. It's such a beautiful card. I'm sad my son sort of destroyed it. Oh. I guess this deck is it's not for sale out there in the world anymore. She discontinued it. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. I get like some kind of a card prop. Okay. Hope you can see it. Manjushri. You can hear your divine guidance best by quieting yourself and listening. So quieting yourself and listening. Maybe a lot of us divine feminines need to learn how to do that for ourselves, or just feminines just as a whole, you know, all of us. Not that a divine feminine is separate from anyone else or better. I'm a strong believer, of course, in equanimity, and we're all divine. But when I say divine feminine, what I'm sort of referring to is someone who's awakened to their divinity. And unfortunately, that isn't everyone. But, you know, we're here to help be a part of the solution. Okay, so in my reading, sometimes I'm kind of spastic. And a random message will come through, kind of burst through. So yeah, that bursted through. Okay, so here we go. So shut out noisy stimulation like telephones and televisions and relax in a quiet place. So what I'm getting from this, based on this masculine's question, is when you're having quality time with your counterpart, you know, maybe quieting everything else. Okay, don't try to make anything happen. Just listen to your own thoughts, breathe, and the rhythm of your heart. So touching, I know that was one thing a therapist told me before in a love relationship situation I was in, and we were struggling with communication, is to touch each other. That's another part of the 5 love languages. That's a book I recommend if you want to learn each other's love language. That always is key. Like, that's step 1. If you don't have that knowledge, start there, you know, and figure out each other's love language. For me, touch is one of my top love languages. And so if my partner touched me somehow, like held my hand, held my feet, I don't know, you know, I think that that's, you know, body language. It's always a good place to start when you want to have a heart-to-heart, or even just checking in during the day, even just, you know, yeah. And then breathing together. I think it's all going to depend too on, you know, each person, because not everyone's going to want to sit and breathe and touch. So yeah, so for a group who's listening, that's going to be key, is learning the love languages if you haven't already. So yeah, I'll put a link in my description to that book. Okay, and we all knew I was going to mention that book. Right? Okay. Then mentally ask questions of your guides and angels. So asking God first, you guys. In a relationship, you know, you always have to have a relationship with your higher self and with your own higher power before you're really ready to have that kind of a communication and that kind of relationship with someone else. Listen to your own inner truths, trust your intuition, and take action accordingly. Yeah, so when you're in a relationship with someone on that level, often, you know, you'll get messages about how you can show them love intuitively and to take action on that. Okay, so then some additional messages connected to this card that Doreen Virtue put is have a quiet retreat, because, you know, that way we can listen. So maybe making sure that you're taking time with each other to retreat, you know, and to check in on that deep level and to listen to your guides and angels together. Another message that's coming right now is to try to pay attention to signs that your partner actually needs a retreat of their own, and to actually check in with themselves and to help them with that, help give them space, even if they don't realize that they need space. A lot of times that's what's going on with me, is I actually just need to be on my own and to talk to my guides and my angels. And so sometimes I'm kind of annoyed when someone's in my space when that's what I actually need to do. And so whatever the other person says isn't going to be what I want to hear, and I'm not going to feel as heard as I would ever feel with my, you could say, higher power, my higher self, or whatever. Like, I need to have a real talk with that person, or, you know, whatever label you want to give it. So some more messages with this card, and we're only on the first card, y'all. I don't even know. I don't have that long for this reading, so I'm going to try to keep it short because I have to skedaddle soon. But I'm having fun making this video anyways, and I didn't even think I'd be making one right now. I thought I'd be making one on Saturday night. Okay, so less talking and more listening is called for right now. So yeah, a lot of times shutting our trap and using listening skills. And a lot of times, you know, it's nice when after you've shut your trap for a while and you wait your turn. Sometimes I interrupt people. I definitely struggle with that because I want to interject what I think about what they said, or like I get like a quick insight, but I'm also learning how to just receive and not give feedback. But yeah, admit your true feelings to yourself. Listen to what messages, any aches or pains are trying to tell you. The body always talks to those who listen. Yeah. So if your partner is telling you, oh, I have a sore back. So a lot of times people are chill, like they're just going about their thing. They don't usually be like, I really don't feel heard, unless they've said something over and over and there's been no action taken on it or no solution. Then they start to not feel heard, you know. But if you tell your partner, you know, coming back to this little body message here, oh, my, you know, I have a headache And if the partner offered to, you know, find an essential oil or do like some acupressure or a glass of water even, then, you know, then definitely you heard me, you're responding, there's action, you know. Definitely feeling loved and heard with the nurturing, because sometimes, you know, feminines need someone to be nurturing and feminine towards them. So, and it comes back to, you know, helping your partner refocus on their self-care, you know, talking with them about some ideas. Manjushri is a Buddhist deity of wisdom who holds a sword to cut through illusions and bring about clarity and understanding. Call upon Manjushri to help. We're not worshiping. Just kidding. I just love these masters who are ascended. Help, because they're, you know, someone told me the other day, because so I do massage therapy, and I sometimes conversations like this come up during sessions. I get a certain client that just starts talking about angels, or they somehow know. But one of the clients just a few days ago actually said to call upon angels because a lot of times they're bored. So anyway, like they want to help. So call upon Manjushri to help with understanding divine messages and to increase your receptivity to divine intelligence and wisdom. Man, I thought we'd at least have a few tarot cards on the table before that. That was good. I'm really happy that came out. So Manjushri is going to be the center. I will probably not, I might draw, you know, not as many Ascended Masters as yesterday. Towards the end of the reading, I might draw one or two, hopefully just one, maybe a feminine one, please. Okay, so let's put some tarot on the table. I got this heart song oil we're gonna use. I really want some messages from the collective feminines. I want to see if I can somehow tap into that. I want messages for the collective. You don't have to be a male to be a masculine, okay? And I've only recently been learning about this stuff too. I'm a Leo, I have a masculine sign, but I feel like I lean towards feminine energy, while at the same time balanced within my own masculine and feminine. I have my days where I'm one. I have my days when I'm more leaning towards the other. This smells amazing. It's got lavender, coriander, geranium, and rose. This is a really feminine oil. I mean, it smells feminine, whatever that means. I got some sage. Okay, clary sage. I'm gonna put that in my throat. Just feeling it, you guys. I hope you guys use essential oils too. And then we got some trillium flower essences, which has quite a bit of goddess vibes to it. It's like one of the first flowers to bloom in the forest. And I will put a link to where I got that as well. Okay, just in case. And then I got my good old coffee. All right, cold coffee. Okay, so I want to call in all the directions. Okay, Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Father Sky. I want to call in wise feminines in my life. Those past, my grandmother, she had a divine relationship with my grandfather. for sure. Warm nest woman, she would know exactly what to tell you guys. And she was my spiritual mentor, meditation teacher for some years, and she passed last fall. It was tragic, but I really feel her energy strongly still. I feel like she's now a guide of mine, and for many people. She was beautiful, but she also had a very sacred union with her divine masculine, successful, stable. These divine feminines I'm calling in had like homesteads with their divine masculines. They weren't a divine feminine that was in separation or struggling, okay? I don't know if they were twin flames or what. It's not my, I don't even know what their, label would be. Well, all I know is that they had marital bliss, okay? And that's kind of what we're trying to achieve, right? That's what all of us want. Whoa. Oh, gosh. Okay. That flew like I wasn't focusing. Okay, so all the directions. Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Jaina, Grandmother, Grandfather, Manchushri. Help us learn how to teach or be an example for our masculines in listening. So this was asked by a masculine who said that the women in his life, and this comes back to, I didn't really get specifics on his question. I didn't ask him what his relationship was with these particular women, because it very well could be that he was in, karmic relationships, and that's why they weren't vibing with their communication styles and all that stuff, okay? My son's hold on, my son's class singing, how cute. Okay, so let's get some clear messages for the masculines. And any cross watchers, how to help our masculines, okay? Now listen, I'm not one to give advice. It's not me, it's coming through me, okay? All these messages I've been like reading out of the book or been receiving from Spirit, all right? Okay. Okay, marital bliss. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I want to go back to that story about the flower that I chose today. I chose a wild rose, and I chose it because I saw the thorns on it. I saw these really sharp thorns, okay? Sometimes when feminines are not having a fun time in conversation, they just need to be on their own, okay? They have thorns because they need to bloom. They need to go into a space where they can grow, just like you. Okay, that's a message I wanted to get across. Okay, so I'm going to draw 4. Give us some messages for the divine masculines and any cross-watching divine feminines on how can the divine masculine help the divine feminine feel loved. King of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. Action. Okay, action. Okay, you're gonna love these cards. Okay, I want 2 more, please, Spirit. Please, something really clear. How can the divine masculine help the divine feminine feel more heard and loved, cherished? I just got this funny. These all flew on the floor, and I'm learning from all these other readers online. stuff, you guys. Okay. 2 more. How can the Divine Masculine? Page of Swords. Wow, okay. Yeah, sometimes she's defensive. Sometimes we're defensive, right? Why are we being defensive? Is it those thorns? So we can bloom? Okay, here we go. 1 more card, please, Spirit. How can the Divine Masculines help Divine Feminines feel cherished? Sorry, that's too many. Too many. I just want 1 more, please. How can the Divine Masculines help the Divine Feminines? Okay, Empress. That one did fall out like onto the floor, but it was like I caught it. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bottom of the deck was Ace of Swords, by the way. Okay. It's beautiful. It's got like a crown, you guys. So maybe just like, you know, being really clear. Okay, Ace of Swords. Wow, on the bottom. Okay, guys, so this is what we got. King of Wands coming out initially. He looks pretty friendly, doesn't he? So this is a fire. And I also wanted to share that not all these cards have mermaids on them, okay? For some reason I was really in that watery mermaid energy yesterday. The water cards have mermaids, the fire cards have like this really... Anyway, it seems like it has a lot of time for dragons or horses, okay? So anyway, this is King of Wands, the initial one to come out for the answer here, coming through Spirit. Second, 8 of Pentacles. See him up there? He's honing his craft. He's really focused. He's really putting a lot into this is that pentacle? Yeah, he's really putting a lot into this pentacle. I believe that this card mentions just tireless work and dedication. Okay, I feel like this is another action card. So he looks really, really warm-hearted, and his dragon is fuzzy, you guys. Okay, warm and fuzzy. This one looks a little bit robotic, like mechanically, just really working on stuff. Fixing stuff around the house, you guys. Changing the oil in the car. I'm just teasing. Okay, so this might have to do with like the work on the relationship, like how much focus, work on not necessarily fixing, but polishing it, okay? The next one we got is Page of Swords, okay? And I want you to take a look at her. It seems like when I do 4, it's a pair and it's a pair, okay? So first here we have, oh, almost knocked the candle over here. Okay. Page of Swords. She looks really defensive, you guys. She looks like she's about to just take off. Don't fuck with me. Also innocent. Okay, so Page is about, you know, you go all the way from Page to King. Page would be the youngest, right? Okay. Inner child stuff is what I'm getting. It's the message that's coming to me. Being defensive of stuff like that, okay? But this is really cool. The one that came out was Empress, all right? And it could have been any cards that came out for this reading. These are great. These are great ones. I didn't even know it was going to happen in this reading. Oh, Empress came out. Look at her. Empress. She's all the queens, okay? So she's your Empress. So treat her like your Empress. How would you approach? How would you approach her? You would probably mirror this back to her. Okay. So you guys are mirrors for each other. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is for you. I don't know what else to say. She's defensive of this. This is, okay. So now I'm going to read from the book what these mean. We got the masculine energies here. I hope I have these in a good order here. Feminines, we are too defensive right now. I mean, maybe not too defensive, but you already are